the back seat with Alan Haka.
So you know that one of the cars around there, Bill?
Yes, to land this. Mr. Walter Gretzky. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm thrilled standing beside you.
Wow. Take two. Just go ahead and pinch me. Go on now.
They're crafted twin 48-foot wooden schooners, the traditional kind.
I'm Stephanie Beaumont. Welcome to See and Be Seen. So glad you could be here for part 2 of our St. Andrews by the Sea adventure. We've already caught up with old friends, made some new ones, mixed it up, and toured one of Atlantic Canada's most treasured resorts. But as you might imagine, there's still plenty to do in this lovely seaside spot. We'll get the scoop on a cool music festival, indulge in some art appreciation, lunch on lobster, get teed off with a pro, and get a little physical too. We'll also talk to singer-songwriter Dennis Ellsworth and dole out some cool TV-free stuff to boot. Our home base for all this activity is the wonderfully reimagined Algonquin Resort, and my lovely room boasts one of the new patios, so between that and the incredible spa and the new indoor pool and the 3-story water slide and so many amenities, it's hard to leave. But the free-to-borrow resort bikes are calling, and thanks to General Manager Tim Ostrom and his family and our kilt-wearing comrade Eric, we're off to tour the town. Just down the street resides 27 acres of awesome. Kingsbrae Garden hosts over 50,000 perennials in beautifully themed gardens with duck ponds and sparkling streams, even an old-growth Acadian forest. They have events and activities all season long, including daily children's programs in July and August. Beautiful sculptures, animals galore, bird and butterfly gardens, and the scrumptious garden cafe make it the perfect way to spend a day. Charming homes and churches line the streets en route to downtown, where we found a truly unique mix of gift shops and clothing boutiques and art galleries. And of course, great spots to grab a coffee or hoist a pint and take in the view. Now, you could stroll the streets or take to the sea. Matter of fact, we'll learn about a local charter tour coming up in just a bit. In warmer weeks, Katie's Cove provides the perfect place to appreciate the Passamaquoddy Bay. For now, we found another way to take in the view and warm up for the day.
We are at the golf course for yoga. I know it's a little bit of a disconnect, but Trudy Fitzgerald is going to center us on the 13th, or we have the tee box, is that right?
13th tee.
Yeah, this doesn't normally happen here, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, but yoga,
special.
There you go. And yoga is one of the special activities that they have at St. Andrews by the Sea at the beautiful Algonquin Resort. And we're being joined by yoga folk extraordinaire. We've got Hannah, the lovely Denise, and Chef. Can you imagine Chef Lisa up this early? But we are going to do yoga. And Trudy, it's really one of those things, it's a great way to start your day.
Absolutely. It's good to get limbered up, get the spine nice and flexible, and it's a good complement to any other activities that you're going to do throughout the day.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. And I have my coffee standing by should anything go wrong. Okay, I'm going to go back there and grab a mat, and you're going to take us through.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Great. So we'll start with sun salutation this morning. So if you'd like to step up to the front of your mat, feet are a comfortable distance apart. We're going to start in quiet mountain, so knees are...
For the sake of time and propriety, let me summarize the session. While most of the group stretched and strengthened, some of us struggled to stay conscious. But I did survive and was able to walk away unharmed and clutch my coffee in fine style. Truthfully though, Trudy's a wonderful instructor and a great sport to put up with the likes of me. Be sure to schedule some yoga during your next stay at the Algonquin Resort. We'll have more learning on the links later, a crash course in Driving 101 from PGA professional Jason Porter. But right now, it's time for a tune-up. Every May, St. Andrews by the Sea celebrates Paddle Fest. Combining music and art and recreational activities, it makes for a jam-packed weekend with something for everyone. We took in a Friday night filled with award-winning sounds and happy fans, and as Saturday plays on, we finally found a spare minute with a fella who's been beyond busy.
You gotta love this. Luke McDonald, he looks so calm and composed. This is like your 20th year, is that right, of Paddle Fest?
Yeah, it's the 20th year of Paddle Fest. It's been going since the early 90s, so I haven't been involved that long, but it's
no, because you would have been in diapers though.
Something like that, yeah.
Very good. And what I love is the mix of music that you've got.
Yeah, we try and have a variety of something for everybody, you know, and from folk to blues to everything in between. So, yeah.
And a good crowd. And now talk to me about, because there's two components. There's obviously the fantastic music we're hearing, but there's another side where you really get to experience the area.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we partner with a lot of local attractions and establishments such as the Algonquin Resort and Kingsbrae and all the restaurants around town. So, you know, we try and encourage people to go check out what St. Andrews has to offer and take in, you know,
and some physical activity.
Exactly. You know, yeah. Hopefully that makes the beers go down a little easier. So.
Indeed. Well, it's awesome. Congratulations on another awesome year.
Thank you.
Still ahead on C&B Scene, we'll do some dockside dining and have some fireside fun. And after the break, our one-on-one with PEI-born singer-songwriter Dennis Ellsworth.
The Atlantic Film Festival is they're putting out the call now for this 10 by 10. And last year your video was in that mix. And what was that process like? Because I know there's going to be a whole new batch of artists and directors looking to do it. What was that like for you?
Well, it was fantastic for me. You know, in terms of timing, it was great because I had a record just about to come out, and to get an opportunity to make a video for a song for nothing, for free. You know, that's great. But also the process that we, myself and David, the director, we had a lot of fun putting this video together. I went with his idea of a single shot video and planning out all the things that were going to happen in the video. And I had to be on board with things like squirting mustard in my face and putting glitter all over me and dumping the Halifax Harbor water.
And you wouldn't know what to look at
them,
them, but the glitter for me was a disconnect, but cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know what? I still sometimes, there's glitter that comes out of this ear. I'm dead serious. It's still in there.
Are you for real?
I am, yeah. It's coming out slowly. But in that video, you can see I shake my head after I get hit with the glitter, and it just poof right out the side of my head.
Welcome to Driving 101 with PGA professional, golfing superstar, Jason Porter. The tee, the ball, the man. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Okay, so driving is one of the most important parts of our game when we're on the golf course. And if we can be good with driving the golf ball, we can be good with their scores. So I'm going to start off telling you a little bit about the height of how high you should tee up your golf ball. The old saying goes, you want to tee them high to let them fly, tee them low, they won't go. So when I tee the ball up, if I were to put it low like this to my club face, the ball is going to stay low to the ground and it will probably lose the ball to the right if I'm a right-handed golfer, and it will slice. If I tee it a little bit higher, just above the club face, like this, I like to call it half and half the ball above the club face and half the ball below it, then this will allow us to catch the ball in the upswing and hit those tee shots that we're looking for. Okay, now what we need to do is we want to set up for our tee shot. And this is a lot of times where people go wrong when they're on the golf course. They'll play this shot just like they do in iron shot, and they'll play the ball in the middle of their stance, like this. With an iron, what happens is we want to hit down on the golf ball with what's called a descending blow. And if we do that with the wood, we're going to hit some pop flies. What we want to do is we want to move that ball for our ball position to be up towards our ankle on our front foot. This is to allow us to catch that golf ball on the upswing so we can get it taking off in the air, the reason why we tee it up, to catch it in the upswing, and hopefully hit that great shot down the middle. Now, the other thing is we all know as golfers that this golf club will hit the golf ball the furthest out of any other club in our bag. And because of that, we usually treat it that way. So when we stand up to that ball, we're thinking, I want to crush it. And that's not good. I don't want to do that. I want to keep myself in good balance when I hit the tee shot, just like I do when I'm hitting my pitching wedge or a 7-iron. So when I swing, I hold my position and I don't try to kill that golf ball. Your balance is probably the most important thing that you'll have to have when making contact while driving the ball. Again, what I want to do is I want to make sure the ball's in the front part of my stance, off my front foot, just inside by the ankle. I'm going to catch the ball on the upswing, and I'm going to have a good paced swing, which should look something like this. And that's how you hit great tee shots.
And now you know how to drive, thanks to this guy, Jason Porter.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
From the fine art of a stellar stroke to the remarkable art featured in the Algonquin Resort, everywhere you look, you'll see the works of area artists and artisans. It's a true celebration of creativity in all sorts of wonderful and unique mediums. Like this fish sculpture, handcrafted by award-winning Alana Baird. She's been working with upcycled tin cans, beer caps, tabs, and the like for over 20 years now, and her pieces have been shown across the continent. Her studio is located right here in St. Andrews, and you can find more of her work online at tinfish.ca. And just as the Algonquin Resort was reimagining their dining experience, Jonte Blockhouse Mulder reimagined their historic silverware. Forks and spoons come to life on rugged bits of Bay of Fundy driftwood. These lovely pieces take a stylish spot on the tables in Braxton's and are also available for sale in their hotel shop. For more on Jonte's works, visit jeriaart.com. And we've got to send a shout out to our celebrity Scrabble player. That's artist David Bizzo, who is enjoying a break at the Algonquin before his work goes on display at Fredericton's famed Beaverbrook Art Gallery. Bizzo will be featured along with other amazing artists in Off the Grid abstract painting in New Brunswick. The exhibit runs from June 26th through September 14th. And for more on that show, you can visit the gallery's website at beaverbrookartgallery.org. I'll tell ya, everywhere you look. It's like I've always said, Atlantic Canada just might be the most creative corner of the world. Naturally, that includes music too. On CNBC, we're always so happy to showcase the singers and songwriters and players who so brilliantly share their talents. From favorite 4 features to backstage specials, private concerts, and one-on-one interviews, it's such a joy to celebrate their work. And I won't kid you, it's amazing to see the network that exists among the artists too. The results are phenomenal performances, stellar collaborations, and wonderful friendships. Now, even though we featured Dennis Ellsworth on the site before, this is my very first time meeting the man, so it was cool to learn how he too appreciates the kinship shared among artists.
Well, it's great. I've been doing this for a long time,
Yeah.
so I have a lot of different pockets of people, and all over the world too.
Right.
You know, so my friend base in this business stretches far and wide, and it's very, very deep.
Yeah.
So it means everything to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the most rewarding things about this for me is when I come to an event like Paddlefest and I play shows with Matthew Hornell and
Yeah.
you know, or David Miles, and I get to catch up with these people or meet them for the first time, you know,
Yeah.
and add to that network. So it's very rewarding, and if it wasn't a part of this, I wouldn't really be having this much fun.
No, but you love it.
Of course.
I can tell when you play you love it. Now, you play solo, which is awesome, and you play with a band. Now, what's that like? Because I know we're here tonight, you're going to be playing just yourself, but you're rocking it up there with you. There's a really cool vibe on stage you're having. Do you like one more than the other, or?
No, not necessarily. I do solo tours out of necessity because it's, you know, a lot of times traveling that far is not something that these guys want to do, or maybe it's not something I can afford. But I do pick up people in other countries too. It's easier for me to find bands in different parts of the world and play with them. So that's another thing. I get to play with different. Yeah, I've got a band in I had a band in the UK last summer.
A band in every port.
A band in Georgia.
Right?
Yeah, just
That's
you know,
gotta be cool though,
it's,
too,
it's
right?
pretty awesome. Yeah.
What do you advance your music, or they're looking at numbers and they're playing it, or they just know your stuff, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
Yeah, I send them a list and then we go for it. But you know, playing with a band is a lot of fun. But there are so many things that I can do by myself that I don't ever do with a band.
No.
Like you said, I was rocking last night,
Yeah.
and that's my instinct, is to get up there and rock with the band. My records don't even rock that much. I just feel the need to project a little bit more when I have a band behind me. It's like
Yeah.
a force, you know, and it's just
Right.
I have to fall in line naturally. But what I've done solo is I've really found a way to present the songs in a way that it's not just a guitar part and a vocal melody. There's some percussion. It's a percussive way of playing, and people come up to me all the time and say that it sounded like I was playing with a band.
Oh, really?
Or
Oh, good.
you know, they
Yeah.
could hear a band because of the way that I presented the song, and that took some time to figure out how to do it in an effective way. And now that I've found it, it's great playing by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't miss them.
No.
But we won't tell them that.
Dennis just released the video for the title track to his latest project, Hazy Sunshine, and he told me he'll be heading back to Georgia this fall to begin working on the follow-up CD. Now this seems like the perfect time to dole out some TV free stuff, since part of our prize package is Dennis Ellsworth's Hazy Sunshine. I've also got a copy of NB artist Jen Russell's brand new CD, Double Kiss. The Algonquin Resort is hosting Jen's CD release party on June the 29th, and you can check out their Facebook page for more info on that. And speaking of Algonquin, sweethearts that they are, they've thrown in a package of their oh-so-good Braxton's Roast Coffee and their Prince of Wales Breakfast Blend Tea. So that's 2 CDs, coffee, tea, and hey, I'll even throw in one of these if you can tell me what I'm wearing. Must be the summer season. We're right loopy now. Once you've got it, hit the website at cnbscene.com, click on the TV Free Stuff button, and submit your answer. Good luck to ya, and we'll be right back with lots more CNB Scene. Hard to beat a banjo, and the handsome fellow playing, that's Ian Lodge, who travels all the way from BC to work at the Algonquin every summer. We'll catch up to him for some more music in just a bit, but right now we've been invited to dine dockside with executive chef Lisa Aronson. Spears Fishing and Charter is the sweet spot she's found to set up shop. Great time to meet the proprietor and get the scoop on their seaside business.
How are you, Allie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, and I wish everyone it was smell-o-vision, because if you could just know what's going on here.
It smells really good.
But you're probably used to that, right?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh,
Made
man.
lots of seafood, so I'm
Well,
pretty
okay.
lucky.
And let's talk about it, because right here we're in your, I guess, shack, although it's a lovely spot.
Thank you.
But what happens here?
We sell live and cooked lobster.
Okay.
And we've actually just moved into this location this year from
Wow.
behind us. So we're out front and center now, which we're pretty excited about.
Nice.
And my husband catches the seafood, and I sell the seafood. And then in the summers, we do tours with passengers. So we take people
I was going to
out.
say that's where the charter part comes in.
It is,
Okay.
yeah. So we fish halibut, scallops, and lobster, and we sell that. And then we take people out rod and reel fishing, whale watching, and we do lobster dinners on the boat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what kind of life is that?
It's a
Allie?
lot of fun. I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, and you have fantastic skin.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to move down here to St. Andrews by the Sea.
It's the salt air.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, definitely.
It's beautiful here. Now, you've been here for 14 years. What's this life like?
It's pretty nice. It's
Yeah.
like living like you're on vacation all the time. The people are really nice. It's a beautiful community. And that's why when I came, I went to school here at the community college.
Okay.
And took travel and tourism.
Oh, nice.
And then I just never left. My grandparents lived here. I'd come in my summers. So I have a lot of fond memories.
Yeah.
And that's what's kept me here. Besides, I married a local man. So that's
Yeah.
also a big part.
And you've got a fun job, although it's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Very labor intensive,
Yeah.
long hours, but we like what we do, so it makes it very enjoyable.
Well, we love what you do, and we're going to cook it right now with Chef. Allie, I'm going to let you get back to work, because there's always stuff going on here. We'll scoot back here and talk to Chef. And I'll tell you what, it is smelling like you know what you're doing back here.
I would hope so.
What are we doing? We're cooking with lobster, right?
Yes, but we're going to make a potato salad with a local hot pepperoni and some fiddleheads to keep it all local with lobster with a corn butter sauce.
Okay, I want to stop at the fiddleheads, because they're one of those things that everybody loves, but they might be a wee bit daunting. We shouldn't be afraid?
No.
Don't you have to make sure they're really cooked, though, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That's why we've pre-cooked them, because they can be poisonous.
Okay.
So.
Very good. All right, so we're throwing them in.
Yeah.
So those are, what kind of mushrooms?
They're potatoes.
Oh, they're potatoes.
They're baby red potatoes that we just smashed.
Oh my gosh. Doesn't it look like a mushroom?
So it's going to be a warm potato salad.
Warm potato salad.
Yeah.
There they are. They're looking beautiful.
Yeah, they do. So,
Except for this. Now, what is this? Because I don't have that on mine when I cook them.
well, because most people cook it with tap water, but we cooked it with the salt water from the ocean. So it's just a little bit of the residue of the salt left on the lobster.
That must be odd. Does it give it a little more flavor? Or?
Some people say that it does. Others, it's all personal preference. But I like to believe that it does for sure.
Awesome. Okay, very good.
So there's many different ways on how to cook a lobster. Some people will tell you it's 15 minutes for pound and a quarter. We typically we put them into boiling water, and then once it cools down, bring it back up to a simmer for 9 minutes. One other way you can tell is if you pull the antenna off, and if it comes out easily, it's cooked.
Okay.
So we're just going to warm the butter so it's easier to dip your lobster.
I have never seen corn butter in my entire life. Where have I been living, chef? Is it normal? Like, who came up with corn butter, and how do I not know about it?
Kind of came up with it last night.
Did you really?
Yeah. No,
Did you really?
No, I'm not the first, obviously, but we just wanted to take a play on doing a barbecue theme, and that was the best way to put corn instead of putting it into the potato salad. We thought we'd have fun with the butter instead, because people usually serve the butter plain.
Yeah, I love it. I am never leaving St. Andrews by the Sea. I'm just saying.
So we're just going to put our warm potato salad into the center of the plate, and while I was melting the butter, I just kept the lobster warm in the melted butter, and we're just going to place that on top.
Now, chef, what's it like to work at the Algonquin? Because it's not like you're cooking for 2 today, but what's it like to cook for hundreds and hundreds?
You know, I think the motto of the Algonquin is it's exactly like nothing else. Is very, very true. It's no 2 days are the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like the Algonquin the best out of all my jobs, is that it's been an experience. I've been at the property for 7 years, so I've seen a lot, the opening, the closing, the rebranding. It's just been overall just an awesome experience.
I'm here to tell you, awesome doesn't begin to describe the feast that Chef Lisa prepared for us. You'll find her recipes for the salad and the corn butter on the site, as well as for the tomato confit. Amazing stuff. Our whole weekend has been amazing, and we're ever so grateful to the Algonquin Resorts GM, Tim Ostrom, for planning out our stay. I met Tim out west over a decade ago, and I remember the day he wrote to say he was moving to St. Andrews by the Sea. He's been keeping me posted throughout the entire reimagining, and I'm so happy to finally sit and chat about what it's like to helm such a magnificent place.
We've got this property where we've been creating special memories for 125 years now.
Yeah.
And when there was an opportunity to reinvent this property and position ourselves to create special memories for years to come, we jumped at the opportunity. It's such a loved, treasured resort, and we get to reinvent it.
It's amazing how you have kept the detail, but brought it forward and still had it very accessible, very warm, and still there's a grandeur to it all.
That's right. It's very respectful of our past through the design with some contemporary elements, but ultimately it's this feeling of luxury, this feeling of being pampered, but still this warm maritime hospitality.
Yeah, which is nice. And now here's the other thing, and I have heard it wherever I have gone this weekend. It's how you've engaged the community.
Yeah, you know what? When I first came on board through this process, everyone, our ownership, our brand, the first thing they said to us is that this property is at the heart of a very special community.
Yeah.
So we knew all along that we needed to make sure that community was embedded in the property, and we were embedded in the community. And quite frankly, it's easy to do that when we have such engaged, talented folks surrounding.
Yeah, and so many, such a variety of wonderful personalities and businesses and activities and things that people can do. It's really great, I would imagine, to live here and work here and do all that.
Yeah, well, for me, I feel like I'm on vacation most of the time.
Yeah.
But yes, from attractions and activities, from one of the country's finest public gardens down the street with Kingsbrae Garden, to a plethora of whale watching and fishing activities down on the wharf, to museums, hiking trails, and then you turn your focus to the arts, and from a culinary, visual, performing arts, foundations like the Sunbury Shores Arts Centre or the St. Andrews Arts Council. All of those folks work so closely with us to ensure that we're creating an experience that is very special and unique.
Yeah. And I gotta say, there's a lot of things going on simultaneously. And as you walk through, it's kind of, he's like Norm in the community. People, hey, Tim, how are you? And they're introducing yourself. And I love that about it. But there's a certain amount of balls in the air that you've got going at all time. How do you, Tim Ostrom, do that and keep everybody motivated and happy and engaged and still keep all the plates spinning? How's that?
I don't. I have some incredible people.
Is that true?
We have incredible people throughout the property that know what it is they are to do, and we trust them to do that. We know that we've hired folks that care. We know that we hire folks with great experience, and we trust them to do that. And we work hard to paint a picture so that it's clear to them that we're wanting folks to leave with some special memories, and they focus on their areas to make sure that they do that.
And that's how you stay so calm, because you got a great team.
That's right.
Very good.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Now you can watch See and Be Seen and all the other great Community One programming anytime you want. Simply click the On Demand button on your Bell Alliant Fiber Op TV remote and follow the steps on your screen. And be sure to visit cnbseen.com, where we're always celebrating Canada's great Atlantic provinces. And this July, we are kicking it up a notch for our 4th birthday. That's right, the party goes all month long with daily prizes, great giveaways, and oodles of East Coast personalities.
Just putting it out there right now, I am never leaving the Algonquin Resort. This is unbelievable. Tim Ostrom, what a place you have.
And we never want you to
Oh
leave.
my gosh. Like blueberry tea, deep fried s'mores, and Ian Lodge on the banjo. It doesn't get any better. Ian, you love it here.
Sure do.
All right, very good. And now, Denise, thank you for showing us around.
Thank you so much for coming.
Now, I'm passing the mic around now because I'm going to be very busy eating, and I want to toast to this spectacular place at St. Andrews by the Sea. Come visit. Cheers to you. Cheers. This has all been an elaborate scheme to have you. Oh no, HR. I work for myself. Glug glug glug. Oh my goodness. Okay, very good. That is crazy. Like I'm wondering how it happened. Aren't you when you have that? No, really.
Is this a trick question?
No, it's over. I'm putting the microphone down. Like I'm thinking in my mind, like how would somebody come up with that?